High quality audio is overrated. I know, burn me at the stake, I know, but in all seriousness, even though in the year of our Lord, 2026, we can achieve some pristine quality digital audio, there's still some primal urge within us, just begging us to absolutely obliterate our sound, because there's really nothing quite as sweet as that distortion, that crunch, that grittiness that comes when we intentionally lower the resolution of our audio. In other words, low audio quality is a forbidden fruit. And today, I am the serpent dangling from the tree, urging you to take a little bite. That is why I have created an audio effect I call the Bitf. And by the end of this video, you will surely see why it merits that delicious title. If you're new here, I'm Jamashi, welcome to the channel. We do all sorts of fun audio experimentation here. If you've ever had an idea and you were like, I wonder what that would sound like, you've come to the right place. And without further ado, let's get right into it. What is the Bitf? And what does it do? To start, there's kind of two major ways we can think about audio resolution. So digital audio is made up of samples that occur at discrete intervals of time and that occupy discrete amplitude levels. The number of samples that occur per second is determined by the sample rate, and the number of available amplitude levels is determined by the bit depth. So we could obliterate our audio by reducing the number of samples that occur per second or by altering the available amplitude levels. Today's video will focus exclusively on what happens when we alter the available amplitude levels. Now there is an audio effect which you may have already heard of called a Bitcrusher, and a Bitcrusher works by reducing the bit depth, thereby reducing the number of available amplitude levels. Let's hear what that sounds like in action. You can hear that reducing the number of available amplitude levels results in a continuous increase in noise until eventually the signal is completely obliterated. But what if we didn't alter the number of available amplitude levels, but instead altered the distribution of amplitude levels? This is the essence of Bitf. This effect makes it so that certain parts of the signal have higher amplitude resolution than others, and there's a few major ways we can do this. In method 1, the quieter parts of the signal have significantly worse resolution than the louder parts of the signal. In method 2, the opposite occurs. The quieter parts of the signal have higher resolution than the louder parts of the signal. These two methods introduce drastically different qualities of distortion. Let's hear what these both sound like. You can hear that in method 1, we sort of have this continuous undercurrent of noise, whereas in method 2, there's kind of a surge of noise that occurs with each transient. There is also a third and fourth method by which we can Bitf. In method 3, both the quiet and loud parts of the signal have low resolution, with the highest resolution being found in sort of the mid-amplitude regions. In method 4, the inverse is true. The quiet and loud parts of the signal have high resolution, while the mid-amplitude regions have worse resolution. Let us hear what these guys sound like. For me, I don't really feel that methods 3 and 4 yield a substantial sonic difference compared to methods 1 and 2. So to me, methods 1 and 2 are the main ways by which we Bitf. Now something really interesting and fun to play around with is the fact that in both methods 1 and 2, we can adjust the amount of distortion by altering the precise distribution of amplitude levels. Let's hear both methods 1 and 2 again, but with increasing distortion. We can achieve a highly targeted effect by ensuring that our Bitf*ing only affects certain specified frequency bands. For example, we could say, I only want frequencies between, say, 20 and 200 hertz to be Bitf*ed, while the rest are left unharmed. Let us hear this frequency-specific Bitf*ing in action. We can also choose to place our bit in certain parts of the stereo image by using mid-side. So if you don't know, mid is the sum of the left and the right channels, while side is the difference between the left and the right channels. So mid contains all of the central elements of the audio, whereas side contains all of the wide elements of the audio. So if I want my bit to only occur in the center region of the audio, I can say, okay, only mid gets bit. Conversely, if I want my bit to occur way out here, I can say, okay, I only want side to be bit f***ed. Let's hear what that sounds like. That's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed Bitf***er, and I especially hope you enjoyed getting Bitf***ed. Bitf***er is not currently available as a usable audio plugin. Rather, it's a little experiment I did in Python, which is great for tinkering such as this, but not really suited for building real audio plugins that can manipulate audio in real time. I do hope that someday Bitf***er will be made widely available, but given my limited time, that is certainly a very distant goal. I definitely envision this channel as a place to experiment with fun ideas and hear what they sound like. They're not always going to be musical, and they're definitely not always going to sound good, but it's always going to be fun. That's for sure. Always a lot of fun. So if you're interested in kind of like weird audio experimentation, definitely consider subscribing. Again, I hope you enjoyed Bitf***er, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.